must read because I want to know all the infos about Nick and Nerd Parade. No. Oh, I just want to join the stupid server. What do I have to look at? What is going on again, Nerd Paraders? Thank you guys so much for coming back to hang out with me today. We are going to be answering some questions today on how to join the Future Evolved Season 6 server. Now, I've got a lot of questions, and I'm actually going to show you exactly what to do. Now, we are at the Nerd Parade Gaming website. It is in the description right below me. If you've never been there before, this is kind of what the forum section looks like. Jump over, check it out, because you're going to need to go here for a couple of reasons. Now, when you first get here, you make your account, you sign in, things are going to look a little bit intimidating. You're going to be scrolling through like, holy crap, look at all these topics, look at all this Nerd Parade related stuff that I absolutely must read because I want to know all the infos about Nick and Nerd Parade. No. Oh, I just want to join the stupid server. What do I have to look at? I'm going to show you. Now, there's a couple of things that you're going to want to check out, but the easiest way, as soon as you get here, featured topics, server information. This is going to be the most important topic that you're going to read when it comes to joining any season of the Nerd Parade server. So we're going to click this and open it in a new tab, but we're going to come back to it. Now, if you're here for the ARK server or ARK server related needs, you're going to be primarily hanging around here where it says Nerd Parade servers. We're going to click on this one, and you'll notice there's a couple of sub forums. This is an admin support forum for all your admin related needs. If you need help or anything on the server, come to here. There's a link to it as well in the server info. I'll show you in a second. Come to here, put in your admin ticket, and you will be helped. The admin ticket system on the forums is anonymous. So the only people that see it are the Nerd Parade admins, people that can actually help you. You can see your ticket and the admins, that's it. So it's all anonymous. You don't have to worry about like posting there and being like, oh no, somebody's gonna raid me because I tried to tell on them. No worries, you're good to go. The next is going to be your Trib recruitment page for all your Trib recruitment related needs. And then we've got some starred topics and pinned topics for just general information about the server, such as if you want to keep up with what's happening with the Future Evolved and the patch notes related to that, we've got a little topic here that you may be interested in checking out. But we're going to move away from this. You guys can read this at your leisure if you want. We're going to pop over here, boop. And we are now at the server information page. This is the most important page you're going to want to look at for joining. I mentioned that already, but there's a couple of reasons why. Pretty soon, I'm thinking maybe like a week after the server goes live so that it gives people that didn't know about this new system some time, is the application to join the server. Now, we are branching over to a exclusive join list for the Nerd Parade server, mostly because we want to try to get away from like the trolls and people that are just there to cause havoc and don't really care much about the Nerd Parade community and what we're trying to do. So we want to make the servers more geared towards you Nerd Paraders out there. We want to try to give you the best server possible. So we're trying to get rid of like the nasty, salty people that just are there for bad reasons. So we've got a little Google document here. You click on this server access forum link, fill out the little Google document. It's going to ask you a couple of questions like your email, your Steam 64 ID. There's an easy way to look that up. If you don't know, please try to look it up, because if you fill it out wrong on the application, you may get accepted, but you won't be added to the server because your information is wrong. But so please make sure that information is correct when you fill that out. And that's really it. Just your email so you can be contacted in case of an emergency or whatever. ARK related server emergency, I don't know. Your Steam profile, which will be reviewed. So make sure your Steam profile is public so that it can be reviewed, because the admins, including myself, when we're trying to make sure that you're not here just to cause problems, we have to look at your Steam profile and make sure that it's public. And some of the things that are really looked for and some of the things that have been talked to me about, like what would be a disqualifier, is like a very recent a very recent VAC ban would be like a disqualifier. Or if you have like less than 5 hours played in ARK, or some like ridiculously low amount of time played in ARK, then it's like, okay, this is probably a little suspicious. Or if you have a very offensive Steam account name or something, these are things that would result in disqualification. Otherwise, if we see you're a part of the Nerd Parade community, the Nerd Parader Steam group, you've got healthy amount of hours in ARK, you don't have any like VAC bans, and we just like, if I happen to recognize your name, it's like, oh, I played with this guy before, boom, you're in. Easy peasy. It's very, very good. If you've been a past Nerd Parader, you have a very, very, very good chance of being a future nerd parader, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And if you are accepted, since we're rolling out this new system, it's a one-time only thing. If you are accepted, you will never have to apply again. You will always be part of the Nerd Parade community exclusive join list. You are welcome on all Nerd Parade servers. So we're trying this out. If it's a colossal failure, then we may get rid of it for the next season, but we're always trying new things in the Nerd Parade community, and I'm excited to do it. Now, we spent a lot of time up there. I'm sorry, let's scroll a little bit down, and it's the how to join guide. If you do not know how to join, this handy guide will help you. Otherwise, if you do know how to join, here's the IP, get it put into your Steam favorites, your Steam server favorites, good to go. I mean, it's pretty much easy. Now, everything else on here is, here's some of the rates, the mods that are used on the server, automated ARK, future evolved, kibble vending machine, so on and so forth. And we have, oh, this is another one, season rules. This is a handy link. Boop, we'll go over there. We'll open that in a new page here in just a second. And then we've got another link for our admin help related tickets. So if you need help admin related, or if you want to know what the server rules are, just click and you're good to go. Now, let's check out the server rules. Here we are on our server rules, our current season rules, and they're pretty similar. I mean, this hasn't really been filled out yet because the beta hasn't gone live yet. It's going live in a couple of hours. The hype is real. Okay, so we haven't, like, fully blasted this thing out, but there's a couple of new rules that I want, well, actually just really one new rule that I want to talk to you guys about. But we've got our typical rules that hang around every season, you know, no bug abuse, it's not tolerated, don't abuse bugs, it sucks when people do that, so please don't abuse bugs. Salt, that's always been a big rule on the Nerd Parade servers. If you're super salty or super nasty in any type of form of media, then you will lose your ability to play on the server. Like, there's just, if you're going to be nasty, you know, just don't be nasty, and you'll have no problems. And this rule was recently added for last season, but in case you don't know about it, inciting is a rule. If you incite somebody in your tribe, you could face removal from the server. Inciting just ruins the game for a lot of people. It's very unfortunate when it happens. I always feel really bad when somebody gets incited. So if somebody shows proof that you have incited them, then sorry, you know, this isn't really going to be the server for you. So since it ruins the game for so many people, please, if you are leaving a tribe, please do so respectfully. And that's that. You know, more rules will be added once the season kicks off, but so far, this is just our core, like, main rules that we usually try to have on every season that we do. And this is a new one. This is the one I actually want to talk about, and I'm highlighting everything. This is the one right here that I want to talk about. This is a new rule. This came suggested to me, and we're going to try it out. If it bombs horribly and everybody hates it, then we're probably going to get rid of it for the next season. But for this season, we're going to try a run with it, and we're going to call it the building phase rule. Now, a lot of people are scared, and a lot of people have approached me about stone structures. Like, okay, I start out, I build in stone, and then I advance to tech. Pretty simple. Stone is basically thatch, tech is the next tier. There's only 2 tiers. It's pretty easy to get to tech, but in case you may not be able to join the server right away, it's full, or whatever the case, we're doing the 5-day base building phase kind of rule. It's basically just don't raid for the first 5 days, let people build up so that we can have some crazy tech-related PvP, some future evolved PvP. Now, some of the exceptions, the reason I'm talking about this is because it's going to be a confusing rule. There are some exceptions. Open world PvP, totally fine. This has nothing to do with raiding someone's base. It's just base raiding will be prohibited for the first 5 days or so. I mean, that may change. 5 days seems like a little bit of a long time, but we agreed on 5 days for now. Open world PvP does not count. You are allowed to do that. Killing dinos, that is okay. There has never been a Nerd Parade rule against killing dinos, passive or otherwise. It's frowned upon, usually because it's just kind of like a jerk-baggy move, and we try not to do it whenever possible, but it has never been an official rule. Let's see, competing over base locations. That is totally allowed, and this is where it kind of gets confusing. You cannot drop one foundation and be like, my base was there, they raided me. One foundation does not equal a base. If you have a 3x3 with some walls and a ceiling and a smithy and a forge in there, okay, you've got the start of a base, and if somebody raids you, then that would be in violation of the building phase. If someone has an actual base, you know, foundations, walls, ceilings, and things inside, then wait out the time, wait out the building phase, and then wreck them if you want to take over the spot. If you want that location, raid them for it. But it's going to be like kind of a first come, first serve thing. We're trying it out. This may get met with a ton of hate, or it may get met with a lot of praise. But We're adding it in because there was a lot of fear that people's stone structures were going to get demolished by people in tech that got to play a little bit earlier than they did. So this is trying to be the fair to all first couple of days of the season only, and then green light for PvP. So that is going to do it for our rules section, and that is going to do it for this little segment of the how-to. How do I join the Nerd Parade Season 6 server, and how do I navigate these crazy forums that you've just set up? These are actually very new. We've been operating on the forums for like not quite 2 weeks. So the Nerd Parade Gaming forums are pretty much brand new. We're trying to move away from the Steam group and make this to the community because it's so much cooler and so much easier to use. So I hope you guys are excited about the forums, because I sure am. Now what do you say? Let's play some frickin' ARK. Okay guys, we're back and we're finally playing some ARK. And we're joined with Blitzfire 911. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
And some people are trolling us outside of our base and blasting us with some techery. And I'm trying to sniper him down. But we're also going to talk about some cool things, more talky times. We're going to talk about some cool things that we may have discovered that will allow us to re-enable underwater structures. If you might remember from one of the previous videos of the beta test, we were thinking underwater structures were horribly bugged and that there was a memory leak issue caused with underwater structures. And oh, I nailed that guy. And we figured out that it was not actually underwater structures, it is the tech generator. The tech generator, and having multiple ones of them in close proximity, is causing a bit of a memory leak issue. And through some careful testing, we have discovered that that might be an issue that we can work out. So we're going to try to create our own model of tech generator, and if Blitz will let me, increase the overall range so it powers in a bigger range and fixes our memory leak issues so that we can have awesome underwater structures again enabled for future evolved. I'm very excited. Blitz, tell me how you're going to work your magic.
So to contradict you there, the main problem is the big range. So what I've been working on is you put down the main one and then you put down these little nodes, and when you put the nodes, it powers a small area around them.
Okay.
To power the whole thing with smaller arrays and hopefully get rid of the lag.
So kind of like the crystals, bulk, yeah, the bulk thing. So it's the reactor and then the crystal nodes. So that will actually work, because I'd be cool with that. I mean, not necessarily crystal nodes, if we can make them look like a tech electrical box or something. Yeah,
I was looking at models today.
Awesome. Could it be like free placing too? Like, so we don't have to use cabling?
Yeah, it would definitely not use any cabling. I hate cabling.
Okay, I do too. I am very glad to hear that. So we may have found a solution. We don't get my super awesome crazy big range, but we get like Wi-Fi range extenders?
Pretty much, yeah.
Awesome! I'm all about range extenders. All right then. That's pretty cool. Yeah, phrasing. Oh, we got blasties. I'm just like kind of screwing around. I'm waiting for these guys to like come into rage. I want to try to blast off his chest piece and see if he'll sink to the ground as we're doing our talky times. And I'm just doing some snipes. What else are we currently working on?
I am working on the new Cauldron UI for Automated ARK as well. For kibble exchanges, so you can exchange an amount of lower level, say, Dodo kibble for a higher level kibble like Rex.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. I like that.
An easier way to craft them.
We have a couple of things on our list. We definitely have a very big to-do list, and it's on the forum that we were talking about earlier, guys. But so if you're interested, you can check that out. But we have a huge to-do list, and the thing that we're working on right now, as outside of just camping here and sniping at random dudes that come by, is the replacing of structures for tech. For tech, we obviously have the issue that a lot of people know of that we're going to try to get fixed before the season goes live. It's this. So this tech ceiling, by our design, costs 1 element to craft. And to repair, it's 2 metal ingots, 1 polymer, 1 crystal. Well, screw repairing it. Let's demo it. Look at all this crazy free stuff I just got for 1 element. So yes, this is a bug with the game. We've known about it since launch. We've been working on it, but to correct it, we have to make our own versions of all the techery, which also may kind of fix our issue with spawning in and knowing all the tech grims, because we'll have our own custom tech grims and won't have to worry about any type of boss-related killering.
Oh, by the way, that's fixed in the next update already.
Oh, and it's already fixed. Okay, so we could do it either way. But I think making our own structures is a little bit easier, especially if we decide we want to go the route of increasing the health, which we were talking about in the last video for the Rady test. I'm liking very much the idea of increasing the base health, tongue twister, base health on the structures. So I'm 100% all for giving Blitz a ton more work and telling him to remake every structure in history. But poor Blitz has a life and must attend to his,
Well, I have to remake them so I can make them black and green.
Oh, that's true. This is true. See, Blitz gets me. But he knows appropriate Nerd Parade colorings. And as you can see, the armor is appropriately Nerd Parade colors. I guess our trolley guys aren't coming back. They got tired of us sniping. I'm a little bummed. All right, let's see what other shenanigans we can get into here instead of just camping outside of our base for the last moments of our Future Evolved beta. And we'll BRBs in just a moment. All right, guys, well, our little base troller has left us, so we're going to be Supermaning through the air and saying goodbye to the Future Evolved beta server, ready to be fresh wiped to kick off the season in just a few hours. I hope you guys are on the hype train with me. I hope you're excited, and I hope you found this information very useful, and I can't wait to see you on the server. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. I hope you found the information useful. If you liked it, boom, hit the thumbs up button for you. If it helped you, hit the thumbs up button for me, and if you're hyped, hit the thumbs up button for me. I had to take my hand off that. Now I'm falling to my... Okay, you're screwed. All right, guys, we will catch you in episode 1 of Future Evolved, coming out soon. Subscribe to the page if you haven't done so yet, so you don't miss it. Look forward to it, and we will catch you in that episode. All right, Nerd Paraders, please remember to take care of yourselves, stay awesome, and we'll see you later.